I just don't think there's anything that we can't do if we begin to take those small steps. Because when you do, big steps follow.
I sat down with Gina McCarthy, the new president of the NRDC, to talk about how the organization is challenging President Trump on climate and how we can grow the climate movement. I'm Lucy Biggers, and this is a One Small Step Spotlight.
How are you keeping the president accountable?
We're suing him and his administration, which is a very good thing to do because most of the things they're doing are not lawful or they don't follow the science. And so we're just challenging them to do their job right because we've sued them 100 times and so far we have a record that's better than 90% wins. So they're just not following the law. They're looking for outcomes and the rest they're just making up to get there. And that's not how the law works. That's not how we're supposed to treat science. But the thing that I want people to know is NRDC is more than just litigation. It's more than just what we stop, it's what we stand for. Because it's time to get our heads out of Washington, D.C. and back in our communities, back in our own lives and recognize that we can chart our own future.
And you just announced the Rewrite the Future campaign, which is working with filmmakers to get climate stories told. Why take that approach?
Because storytelling matters. It's how people relate. And I think we've tried to explain it in terms of how bad it is, but the more you talk about it at high level in disaster, the more people shrink from it, the more they don't think they can do anything about it. And so this is a shift now. It's a shift in Hollywood and a shift in how we talk about it. We have to make it real and personal. We cannot get the kind of behavior change that we need, the kind of investment we need, the kind of disinvestment in fossil fuels that we need in order to really grab our future and make it a healthy one.
And the NRDC has been around for 50 years. Do you feel like because of the climate crisis, is that now your marching orders? Is that affecting everything that you all do?
It is, because it's the biggest challenge that we face right now to our public health, our security, our future. And so that's one of the reasons we're here, is to try to make something big and complicated something that is more about our lives and about what we can do about it and how we can engage and interact. I'm interested not in big technology solutions. I'm interested in how you get people to stop using plastic straws. You know why? In and of itself, no, it won't make a big difference, but it starts the engagement. And I want people to get engaged in this, not afraid of it, but hopeful that if they work together in their own communities and their own lives, that we can actually tackle this. I firmly believe we can.
It's taking that one action, that one step, and then that shifts culture, and then you're doing more things and showing up in different places of your life.
That's right, and you're looking for those opportunities. And I think part of the challenge we have today is that, not everything is going really well, even if climate change wasn't an issue. But what climate change can bring to the table again is a sense of community, a sense of working together for a common purpose. I want that. I need it. People need it. So we have to stop being depressed and start taking action. Turn the TV off when it gets to the Washington part. It's not fun. It's time we start looking at what's working and build on that rather than allow Washington, D.C. to bring us down.
Is there any issue that really is keeping you up and worries you in this movement right now?
Well, I'm worried that we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But I'm also worried that if I keep saying that, people will think that they can't get it done by doing little things. So we have to balance that. And I think I worry about a lot of things, but I mostly, right now, being a mother of 3 adult children and 2 grandchildren, I worry about their future. I don't worry about what's happening to me. I worry that I won't meet my responsibility as somebody who's worked in this field forever. I'm not spending, 35 years in government and now at NRDC to be shy about these issues or to be quiet about them. I'm going to yell at every forum I can because it is about them. It is about their future and it's about yours. I want you to be proud of what we've left to them, our legacy, and I'm not there.
What are some solutions and wins that you all have had in the past few years?
Oh, there's been numerous ones. I mean, we mentioned the lawsuits that we've had, but one of the most exciting things that we're doing is working at different cities, at the city level and at states, to get them organized, to take action, to both fight the rollbacks, but more importantly, to start testing people, talking about things that they can do, looking at changes in transportation systems, looking at the ways in which people can start working with farmers to grow food that's local, food that comes from a resilient farm, a farm that is retaining soil and not using pesticides and fertilizers that end up in our drinking water. We are out in front on clean water and what we need to do about things like PFOS and PFOA, these chemicals. And we're trying to, work in the oceans to make sure that our oceans areas are protected and that we work on our landscapes and protect open spaces that we've relied on, not just to visit, but they feed our souls. We like to be able to go places where we can get away from it all, and those places are now at risk. So we've had some big wins on reversing some of the damage to our most precious natural resources that this administration has wanted to pursue. So we're winning a lot, but all we really need to do is get everybody to recognize that we can continue to win. When you have an administration that's not playing fair, we can demand fairness. That's what we do here.
Do you think that if we address climate change in the best way possible, that we could actually make the world just an all-around better place and address some of the issues that we said we were facing that maybe don't directly connect to the environment?
That's right. I'm looking as my mother would for a twofer, because we didn't have a lot of money, so you don't get a one for, you look for a twofer. And really, climate change is the biggest public health challenge that we face. And I know that if we take action on climate, we will improve our health and well-being. We'll give our children an opportunity to breathe cleaner air, to not live near congested streets that cause them to have asthma attacks. Just look at transportation. Do we really think it's awful to have electric vehicles? Is that a really bad thing to have cleaner air and better vehicles that don't need repairs? Is it really awful to demand more trees and more playgrounds?
Oh no,
I mean, for
twist
crying
my
out
arm.
loud, those are twofers.
Yeah, and you said local food and supporting
That's
local
right,
economies.
that's right.
There's so many things that we could address at the same time.
Yep.
So I host a series called One Small Step, and we try to empower people to take action by teaching them sustainable steps that they can take. So I'm curious to know, what is one small step that you take in your life, and then what would be your advice to other people?
Well, we moved into the city of Boston. We were in one of the suburbs, my husband and I don't own a car. I can actually get around. I used to ride my bike to work a lot. I used to, make sure that I took public transportation. I've done a pretty good job of trying to wean myself off of meat. Not always. And, I just try to be a better person. I try to talk about climate not in dreary terms, but in terms of engagement and excitement and moving people together. I just don't think there's anything that we can't do if we begin to take those small steps. Because when you do, big steps follow. And so I'm doing what I can to think about this. I joined NRDC because they know how to advocate. They have a winning history. They win a lot, and I want to be in this winning team.
You're inspiring me right now. I'm feeling like I'm ready to fight. Take those small steps to lead to big steps. I love it so much.
Well, fight is not a bad thing when you're up against a foe that's trying to take you down, but it's a good fight. It's a fight not against somebody, but for the future.
Right, building a better future.
Absolutely.
Is there a website where everyone can learn about your work?
It's nrdc.org. Don't just learn about it, do it.
Thank you so much. This was a wonderful conversation.
Lucy, thank you.
Thank you
It's
for all the
great.
work you're doing.
Thanks for all the steps you're helping with.